Okay, so welcome guys. We've got recoveries, some mobility first, and then some foam rolling second. And we might end with a little breath work if we have time. So to start with, I'm gonna shut my door here so you can see. This will be my wall. And I'm gonna kind of bring my pillow up next to the wall here, set it about 6 inches away. And hello, Kelly, welcome. All right, Kelly, you're gonna want some sort of pillow because we're gonna bring our knee down to the ground. So join in when you feel comfortable, Kelly. So team, I'm gonna bring my left leg next to the wall. All right, I'm gonna bring my left foot onto the wall and my knee is on my pillow. So hopefully you can see that. My right foot is forward. Now, if this feels very intense, you could bring your right knee to the ground instead. Okay, so if that foot on the ground feels too hard, bring your knee to the ground, okay? Does that make sense to everyone? So, hands on the ground, knee to the ground for me is too easy. So I'm gonna bring my foot up and my knee is back, foot against the wall. There you go, Marty. Bringing that foot up against the wall, great. From here, excellent work. Now, bringing those hands to the ground, press that chest forward. And now I want you to tuck your tailbone, squeezing that glute. You're gonna feel the quadricep really engage on that left side. Good. If that feels not intense enough, you could scoot closer to the wall. If it feels too hard, again, you could put your right knee down on the ground. From here now, I want you to scoot your right foot out a little farther away, and then walk your hands closer to your right foot. So you're almost like a diagonal from your left knee to your right foot. This will kind of just kind of stretch those quadriceps and also the inner thigh muscles just that little bit more. Hello, Kelly, welcome. Bonus here, you may look over your right shoulder. Nice deep breath. As we let gravity relax us into the posture. And 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna slowly come out of this by scooting your hips back, moving your legs. Woo, all right. So I'm gonna reach my instructions again over here. I wrote everything down. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. So the right side, now for me, this is gonna be a joke, you guys, it's so tight. So right side parallel to the wall, this is how you get into it. Bring your hands down and swing your foot up. And now, again, if this is too tight, bring your knee down and just hold there. All right, if you can, bring your left leg forward just in front of the left hip. Good, and from here, we're gonna keep those hands low, but I want you to tuck your tailbone so you're putting pressure straight down through the floor. Good, if this is really intense, just get farther away from the wall. Nice. If you need more stretch, get closer to the wall. I'm actually not as bad as I feared. Do make sure you squeeze your glutes on that right side. Big inhale. On the exhale, relax your shoulders and your neck. Get in touch with that really deep stretch in the front of your thigh. And now go ahead and widen your stance with that left foot a little wider. Slowly, gingerly walk your hands towards the left foot. So we're kind of on a diagonal here as you just really get deep into that the quadriceps and hip flexors. And you can look over your left shoulder. Big stretch here. Try to relax your upper body. Keep your chest forward so we're not looking or curling down. Big stretch for 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna gingerly come out of that. Okay. Oh, all right. Hurts so good when it's done, right? All right. We're gonna come into a 90-90 with our legs. So you know what, with this, I'm gonna just switch my mat so I can face you instead of being sideways. And what we're gonna do here is pick a leg. I'm gonna start with left leg forward. And you want that kind of knee aligned with your sternum. And then with your right leg back, bringing that knee kind of aligned with your hip. All right, I don't think we need this anymore. Good. Now I do need a little space behind me, so I'm gonna scoot forward. Now, all right, so a little bit of a hip opener here. If this is too intense, you could bring your knee a little forward. And let's go ahead and press those knees towards the ground. So that kind of gives some activation. And finally, let's walk our hands forward so our chest is over our knee, which mine was not. All right. So again, pressing to the ground and now reaching forward. Walking as far forward as you feel comfortable, but don't stop pressing both knees. Press the front and the side. One more deep breath here. Great. Now we're going to enter a reclined position. So stay with those knees and look how tight I am. Like I can't even keep my knee on the ground. But we're going to reach back with our left foot leg forward, left arm goes back. So if your right leg is forward, your right arm goes back. And we are going to reach back. I'm talking on your elbow. Whoa. Good. You got it, Kelly. That's great, Joanna. And from here, guys, keep your hips down, but we're going to reach up and over. So keep the hips low. Breathing deeply, all the way from your armpit down through your hip flexors. Reach back and across. Press the ground away. Reach. Press. Big breath. And release. Just kind of drop your arm in front of you, give you leverage to get out of that position. Great work. So it's tricky because we're stretching, but we're also adding tension. So we're gonna do the other side. For me, that felt amazing. So again, knee aligns with the hip. This knee should align with your sternum. Our goal is the knees on the ground. Obviously, I'm not your goal or target model. All right, and the one thing I forgot to mention though is do flex your feet so your toes point back to your knees. From here, we're gonna hinge forward. Good. This reminds me of deer pose in yoga. So pressing both knees into the ground. I'm doing my best with my front knee because my front knee does not push to the ground. Maybe I can add some pressure. Great job. Keep coming. Breath. Keep that chest forward. Long and spine. Last breath. And release. Gently walk those hands up and we'll recline again. Right arm back since the right leg is forward. And just reaching up. Now again, pressing those knees to the ground. Reaching up and overhead. Press your hand, your elbow into the ground. Every time you breathe, you're expanding more ribs. Press, reach, and go ahead and bring that arm around the front. Whew, wonderful. All right. Our final for now will be our hamstring stretch, where I am going to bring this out again. I think I said you don't need it. I would use it again. All right. One knee on. I'm going to have right knee on, left leg forward. Now, in like yoga, they might call this single leg stretch. So keep your weight over your knee. Extending your front heel to the ground, toes are up. And let's start with hands on the thigh. as you gently hinge forward, but keep your chest long, so we're not rounding. Good. Simultaneously, with that left hip, pull it back. So you're hinging chest forward, left hip pulling back. We should feel a deep stretch in the hamstring. Nice. Good. Keeping that back in neutral. Nice. Kelly, go ahead and bring your front leg forward just a little more because we want to feel that in the back of the front leg. Good. There you go. And 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll it up. Great work, team. We're going to switch sides. And all right, so hands to the knees just to start. And then gently with that long spine, just hinge forward. Heel down, toe up with your front foot. And gently press that leg towards straight. We don't want to hyperextend the knee or anything. It's more about the stretch, not about a straight leg. In fact, that knee is better if it's bent. Good, keeping that chest up, long spine. And again, pushing that hip back as much as I'm pressing forward. The dichotomy of both really gets into both of my hamstrings. One more deep breath, everybody. We've been sitting a lot. This feels great. Go ahead and release. Okay, now releasing from our stretching, guys, we're gonna go into our foam roll and we'll do one stretch at the end. All right, but to start with here, let's come onto our back. Start in hot tub position. All right, foam roller. Got, all right. Now if you, good, foam roller. I love the puppy dogs and the kiddos. So I'll kind of turn sideways, and Joanna, you're on top of it with that. Kelly, we got, I call it the hot tub position. So your foam roller is just beneath your, armpits or your shoulder blades. From here, let's bring those hands up, hips up, and just gently roll from shoulder to lower ribs. Investigating anything that feels sticky or sore. Keep going. I'm going to adjust my mat one more time. I almost just need 2 mats. Keep going. All right, now last pass up and down. Bring that back to hot tub position. So it's just below your shoulder blades, like you would sit in a hot tub. Hips are down, hands up. And now squeeze those elbows tight as you can as you press your head back. Inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, come back to neutral. Thoracic extension. Inhale down. Exhale back up. Good, inhale. Take 2 breaths here. Squeeze the elbows. Relax your shoulders. Soften your face. Slowly come back to neutral. Excellent work on the back. Let's come up to our hips, having a seat on your foam roller. All right, and no matter which way you're at, just tilt your knees together towards the ground as we roll up and down 3 times from the top of the sacrum to the bottom of your sits bones. One more time. Bring the knees back up. Whichever side you just did, so I did my left side, take that same side leg across your knee. And one more time, tilt towards the ground. As we roll forwards and back. A little more intense, a different pose. Good. As we tilt farther, we get towards our gluteus medius and minimus. And as we tilt back up here, you might feel some tightness around the piriformis. So just find anything that feels tight. You could even cross friction left to right. One more pass. And last one. And release. We're going to switch sides. So just switch knees together, tilt towards the opposite side. And just a couple of passes from the top of your sacrum, that bony part, down to the bottom of your sits bones, which for me feels pretty intense. I've had tightness on this side, so you might see some weird faces from me. Awesome. And now we're going to bring that right foot or your opposite foot up, tilt, and roll. Good. Searching again for the gluteus medius, tightness, or piriformis. An option to roll cross friction here, down and back. And sometimes I've had folks say, and I felt too, that like this doesn't quite get in deep enough. So you could certainly upgrade to a ball, which is like the size of a lacrosse ball, something like this. But that will offer much more intensity, so be careful. All right, guys, we're gonna finish off a quick IT band roll. So we'll start, and I say quick, we're gonna do 3 passes of the front top third, middle third, and bottom third of the IT band. All right, I'll offer options if you'd like to. You could do some cross friction. I'd say that's kind of advanced because if you don't roll your IT bands much, it's gonna not feel very good. All right, so start on your hip bone. I'm on my left side. It's just a good place to start. From there, you're gonna roll all the way to the side. Yep, that is your tensor fascial lata. Also, I call it the side butt. All right. And from there, we're gonna roll down past the greater trochanter. You don't wanna roll that bone, it doesn't feel good. 1/3 of the way down. And I have all the weight in my top foot. If you're kind of advanced, you could put weight on both. This is more challenging. All right. 1/3 of the way, the middle third. I gotta adjust because I'm rolling off screen here. Now, if you feel like this is really tight, go ahead and just stop rolling. Take a deep breath and try to relax the muscles around where you're stopped. So for me, that's my quads. And all right, so that's a little active release. Now we're gonna do the bottom third. This one's not quite as bad as the middle third for me. So 1, 2, and 3 passes, and we'll be done with that side. And we'll switch sides. So other side, find your hip bone, place it on the roller. All right, from here, roll to the side. And that's our tensor fascia lata, the TFL. All right, and now we're gonna roll down past that bony protuberance on your femur called the greater trochanter. It does not feel good. Top third, 1, 2, 3. Moving it down to the middle third. Whew. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna try to relax. And the bottom third. Now, typically the knee segment is tighter for most people, but not always. So if it's tight for you, just try to relax and finish that up. Rolling off of your roller. So we hit the glutes and the IT bands today with that. Let's come onto our back and finish out our mobility and foam rolling. We're gonna finish here all the way on your back, knees up. So exciting to be able to do that again. Arms out like a T. And we're gonna draw your knees to the right. Nice and slow. All right. Bringing your eyes to the left. And one option, if you'd like to take it up a notch, if you feel the need to stretch a little deeper, you could leave your right hand on your left knee where it is, reach down with your left hand for your right foot. So you have to reach your right foot back, connecting your foot and your hand. For a little pretzel stretch, continue to look to the right. I'm sorry, it's the left. Keep your shoulders grounded. Breathe. On the exhale, let go of any tension in your shoulders, your neck. Let it run into your mat. And release. Slowly make your way back to center. And bring your knees to the left. Place them down gently. And you could stay here, look to the right. If you would like to, you could add a little tension. Left hand to your right knee. You could straighten your leg. You could reach down for your left leg. There it is. And I'm cramping. One more. Shoulders on the ground as we reach. Keep your eyes tuned to the right. Big breath. Release it. Relax your forehead. Soften your jaw. And release slowly back through center. Laying however you feel most comfortable. Knees up, legs down, whatever feels best. We'll finish here with a couple of even breaths. We're going to breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5 rounds of breath work. I'll count out the first 2 and I'll do the last 3 with you. So we're going to start in here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to join you. Last one. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and you can gently come up to finish your last. Hi, buddy. It's my cat. Happy Friday afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to class, calming it down.